What's that? The depressing music of the swamp terrain is offset by the cheery music of this leprechaun, eh? Well, let's contemplate that as we proceed onward to Marshank in Let's Play Heroes of Might and Magic 3 Horde of the Abyss, the Forged in Fire campaign. This town is guarded by many mighty Gorgons. Such beef. We need to make sure we position ourselves well to deal with this much meat. And we shall do so. We've got the serpent flies. We'll use them as distractions for the enemy. Position them carefully, of course, to make sure that our foes are manipulated properly. We'll need to get full damage shots using our... Well, there's that fly's gone. Using our archers. Excellent. Less should assist in that regard. We could also quicksand, but these guys are native terrain. Let's give it a go. That may prove useful. Let's hold off for now. And you can wait as well. You can move here. And you can move here. Just hold off on your shot. It certainly made them a little bit confused. Excellent. That's a solid hit. We'll use the dragonfly to finish that off and swoop back next turn, but I think it is time for another quicksand. What do you think? It should continue to impede the enemy. Okay, let's slink back with our serpent flies and dragonflies. Like so. And we'll fire again. Oh, the luckiest of lizard warriors. Certainly we're causing a bit of a traffic jam on them. It's good to see. Okay. Well, if this is killed, we should be fine for now in terms of enemy movement. I think it's time for that bless. Yes, that allows us to kill this with impunity. Okay, we can swoop up here. Same goes for you. You can kill that. And you can move here. Excellent. So far, so good. Even though they can see the quicksand, arguably that's actually beneficial, now that I think about it. I never actually thought about it this way, but the fact is, they're avoiding the quicksand, which is just effectively as good as creating force fields in the first place. So this is working quite well. We need the gnolls to finish this off, and they can. Quite capably so. Another shot, another kill. And I think that meat's back on the menu, boys. We're going to do a slow just to make sure we get this shot in there. And there we go. For the loss of a single serpent fly, the 155 mighty Gorgons have been defeated. We add them to our inventory, because here is a mighty Gorgon dwelling. Yes, indeed. There isn't much else here, but there is a mighty Gorgon dwelling and the ability to build a tavern, which we could use, of course, to ferry those mighty Gorgons to the front line. Building a citadel in the future could also be useful to boost troop production, but for now it's nice that we're able to actually produce mighty Gorgons. There was this quest card that from memory was like, give us $2 million and we'll then open up this for you. There's also ones over here guarded by Horde of Wyvern Monarchs. The dragonflies are annoying because it's just like, I suppose I've got my own dragonfly, so I can actually slow them for a change. Certainly many things that can be done. We also want to get rid of Dagdaro at some point. Let's see. Many options, many possibilities. For now, though, I think Wynona's finished her turn. We're going to have her position inside the town. And, of course, swap to the Boots of Speed and hopefully not do that too compulsively. Alright, I'll hire the mighty Gorgons. There's no disadvantage to doing so. And we'll carry on to the next person. Henrietta, of course, is poking about on this island from memory. Wasn't there someone who landed here and then dove into this? Yeah. The downside of Wynona being here, she's sort of needed above the surface of the earth, of Enroth, to deal with some of these quest gates. Like, she's needed to deal with the sharpshooters. She's needed to we'll just have the navigation to actually make progress on the water. So we kind of want to swap roles and have Henrietta doing the underground adventuring instead. Okay, well, we can do that. But now let's have Henrietta make landfall. And we'll have her bungle into this orange monolith in a moment. We'll swap to the Boots of Speed. Excellent. As for the other side heroes, I think they're pretty content with their lot in life. As for the side towns, well, that's a different story. We don't have a tavern here. We could, of course, use that. We also could construct a wyvern nest, which would allow us to produce some of those units as well. Let's construct the wyvern nest now. Next turn we'll construct the citadel, and that will, of course, further boost troop production. We want to have this town nice and developed, so that we've got, like, 2.5 towns of towns growing. We need as many fortress troops as possible if Wynona's going to be able to defeat foes like, you know, this Decker here, who's quite strong, and probably has some spells of her own. Spells. Unless Pink over here is moving about. Oh, you're taking the angel feather arrows. That increases the value of killing you. It does also, of course, increase the difficulty of killing you as well, but one problem at a time. I didn't swap the boots, so take a drink, I guess. So I've still got that. I should be able to run you down, especially if I take the stables. It's not a great time to take the stables. Mind you, I can end my turn on the stables, and that would be decent. Let's go stop by the mystical garden, shall we? Oh, he's so nimble. What a nimble little leprechaun you are. Okay, so we could swap to the Boots of Speed now. Excellent. And in this case, it's time to put on those boots. Mind you, with Wynona, it's actually not necessary because we can just leave those on. Because she's just got a fortress army anyway. Unless, of course, I go onto, like, sand or something. But there's no sand here, so that's fine. So do you want to go for the Gorgon lair? Get some additional Gorgons? Not a terrible idea. I think I'm curious about the Gorgons, because if those are actually accumulating Gorgons, that would be worth the price of admission. It would be nice to get a Mage Guild here as well, which I didn't do last turn. But, you know, I could do it at some point in the future, perhaps. There's no point building a fort now. We could get a blacksmith, actually. Let's do that. Get ourselves a first aid tent. That could be useful with the new buffed HotA first aid tent, where they've invented the skill of healing. Okay. Let's attack the dragonflies, of course. And yes, we are properly equipped. Excellent. Alright, dragonflies. Naturally you're annoying, but I have my own dragonflies, negating your annoyance value. Yes, look at that. And then you just get morale anyway! Maybe we should, not have that particular outcome. We will slow you. And then we shall, do something, I guess, to try and upset your RNG. Yeah, they are weighted this time. Because they're trying to double move me, I suppose. Well, it means that I'm forced to take a rubbish shot, that's why. Yeah. Okay, now this time we have to haste, I guess. Is that just going to murder my first aid tent? Mind you, if it does save a life, that's sort of what a first aid tent's for, isn't it? Could we do frost ring on the tree? Yeah, we could. Not that it does any damage, but, you know, it's cute. They're so speedy, the nimble dragonflies. Well, I guess we could haste. Or we just let them move. Only the front one can actually do anything. If we haste, can we actually eliminate this enemy? Not quite. We can now bounce out of the way. But losing a single serpentfly, I'm happy with the price of admission there. We could probably tank a hit from the dragonflies. Maybe. Yeah, we could tank that. We can then hit this. Okay. Question is now we've got 2 left. Can we kill them this turn? Probably not. Well, it's just become a I have to kill them now, right? Because they're going to hit me otherwise. Oh no, I can run. Well, except for the Gorgon that's weaknessed. Alright, try again. Slow. Jiggle about to upset the RNG. There we go. Alright, haste. Yeah, let's hit... What's her damage range? 2 to 5. Hit you. That should finish the stack off. Okay, then we start running. And the first aid tent... F in the chat for that one, eh? Unless we sacrifice a dragonfly to keep it alive. Which seems unlikely. I mean, if you'd like to get morale, you're welcome to. You didn't. This is already with haste, isn't it? It is. We cannot escape. Yeah, it's not acceptable. We need to keep these gnolls alive. Alive, I say. Like I said, annoying units to fight, these dragonflies. We could use these as bait. That's probably the key. Then you just get morale, okay. The jiggling about was not successful this time. Well, that's just not casting slow. Yes, we understand. Alright. Slow. So they already bunched to the bottom anyway, which is what I want. But I suppose what I need to do, if I'm being serious here, is just accept that this is going to be a bit bloody. And just sacrifice 2 dragonflies to them. Serpentflies, rather. So if I just pull back to here, then you get morale anyway. Okay, never mind. I can see why people like that Spirit of Oppression artifact. Just simplifies matters. We're gonna actively bait with these guys now. That's probably the key that I was missing. Alright, let's shoot. Alright, you split up, which is an interesting choice. We will haste on you. I think I waited with one of these when I didn't want to. Yeah, I did. Okay, that's my bad. Alright, enough time of this silly combat kill. Carry on. Alright, let's cast haste. You guys fly over here. Distract the enemy. Oh, that basically worked. So we just kill the left one, kill the right one. Pretty much. There we go. A little bit odd, but we got through it. And we got a level. Yeah, we're lowering the enemy's luck a lot, but not necessarily the enemy's other stats. I'm not sure how to take Dragonfly Hives, to be honest, because I'm not really like an online player, so I haven't practiced creature banks. But I should be doing these just to get more wyverns and actually build a wyvern power stack. And I've got the upgraded wyvern nest here, don't I? Yeah, I do. So that's a thing. Well, let's see how the horde of wyvern monarchs goes, shall we? Build some mon stacks. Apparently, fairly well. We're also not on native terrain anymore, which is a little bit of a boon, isn't it? Of course, we've lost our emotional support tent, but we'll see what we can do. I'll shoot you with an arrow. Okay. I'll just hide you guys in the corner. Distract the enemy for us. Cast a blessing. Okay. Let's cast haste and wait. It's the quickest waiting you've ever seen. Ah, we can charge in here, that's fine. It's probably safe to actually attack here. Yeah, that was safe. There we go. So what's the story of the Gorgon lair? That's what I want to find out. The guards shouldn't be a problem. "27 Gorgons for hire?" Well, yes please. I'll take them. That was worth the price of admission. That's a significant boost to our little army here. So that means that this is neutral. But creature dwellings that are owned by a Tan will have these troops stockpiled for us. And that's quite interesting. So that actually is a much more potentially interesting purchase to get this Gorgon there that's been building up troops this entire game. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Also got this quest gate that could be containing interesting mysteries. There's a glyph of gallantry there. And who knows what lies beyond? Well, we have the technology. We can almost afford to do that fight, I believe. What's our spell point situation? Fairly low, but we can do that fight. Oh, 20 gems. We don't have that sort of money. That's going to start getting expensive, those little quest guards. Meanwhile, Orin's fantastic adventure. Dying to Polis, apparently. You could grab 60 gnolls. Could almost make the fight competitive. Almost. We actually almost got Orin and Winona united as well, but for now I think we'll just play it cool. Position like so. What else can we build here at Drakenmoor? I think it's either going to be Captain's Quarters or the more likely option, the Citadel. Excellent. Increasing our troop production. A castle is possible here. That's good to know. We can't build a castle here, so actually, Drakenmoor is actually a more powerful settlement. More structures are available. Even build a town hall here. Well, it requires a tavern, but we should certainly be building up Drakenmoor more. That much is clear. Okay, let's end turn. Looks like this guy is harvesting those resources for us. We'll then have to go kill him, but, you know. Looks like all is well in our little world. Let's now go and upgrade these new Gorgons, shall we? Oh yes. That's now a relatively impressive stack of 39 mighty Gorgons. Now mana is the question. Do we want to sit here for a turn waiting for mana? What is the cost on this? And will I be able to get back? The answer is no. I will not be able to get back. So, I am going to have to just sit here. That being said, we can make it a very powerful turn next turn by just sitting on Dragonflies. We'll build that Mage Guild. Gain probably no new spells, but it will mean that we gain some additional mana next turn. Oh yes. Whereas for Henrietta, well, she's going to take one step onto this and then slip on the boots that allow her to travel quickly over swamp. This should allow us to easily chase down Polius. Almost. Orin will slip up this way, of course. Skillfully evading this little man. Now, if we're not going to be able to catch him, we can't quite get to the watering place. That would have been quite powerful. But let's continue to pursue our opponent. It's double short. I suppose I could hand over the Spirit of Oppression to Winona as well next time we meet. Could be an interesting choice. And speaking of, it is day one, so we can go collect many, many new things, can't we? We're starting to develop a little bit of a presence here in these lands. We have access to new and powerful troops of various persuasions. Multiple cities are popping up under our control. Things are falling into place. Even the town of Silt here has a host of dragonflies. Not that there's much of a benefit to this place, but apart from a shipyard, which we could build to scour resources from the ocean. What about here? Let's get that tavern next, shall we? We'll better build up into a town hall next turn. My income is ultimately quite low. I definitely can't support multiple city production off of the meagre resources that I currently possess. But let's end turn, shall we? Oh yes, the ending of the turn. Polius continues to run. Degdara also runs as well. But Polius, well, we can easily catch up with now. I didn't grab the boots this time, but I can grab this rally flag. Excellent, this man's going down. And quite capably too. We gain basically nothing from doing that, but I suppose we've done it. I could clear some of these things to allow our heroes to meet, to proceed. Ultimately doing a swap roles after all. Mind you, the advantage of Winona doing this is that she can actually use the troops we're getting from this endeavor, right? Like, Henrietta's just, you know, bumming around on fortress troops. Which is fine, but yeah. Grabbing this Ring of Life would be nice. We do need to keep our act together and keep moving. Let's have Henrietta head in this direction though and check out these coatls. That's going to be interesting to me. We can clear these wyverns and just move to that side of the map. Open it up for Oron to grab some of the resources off the floor. Many other such exciting endeavours. You can grab these pieces of gold, for example. And these 40 serpent flies. That's a thing for Oron to do. Excellent. Now we have nice full mana here on Winona. Excellent. She's looking all nice and ready to go. Doesn't even need the Wayfarer boots because she's using Fortress Army. We'll grab the gold because we are in need of it. What's the story for the quest gate now? So we can just proceed at our will. Are we wanting to do that? I guess we'll quickly build up and then we'll make a decision. That town hall was going to be a nice addition. We can't get any further, but it is a nice addition to our realm. Here in Marshank, we could grab the tavern, where we will at some point soon. But now we'll grab the fort. Can we grab a citadel? We can. Further production of the Gorgons. Excellent. Well, I don't think there's much else we can really do apart from just make our stand, right? Like, I suppose this guy keeps getting free stuff, though, because of the Warehouse of Crystal mechanic they've got going. So, something to consider. But it's not like we can do much more than what we've already done. We could just move straight through. We don't even have to talk to the event. Okay. Well, let's make our move, shall we? No time like the present. This guy is clearing stuff. Hopefully he's losing troops by doing it. That would be the ideal. The Angel Feather Arrows are obviously going to make him stronger. Alright, Cuthbert, thank you for delivering your troops. We'll then deliver these back to Backwater. As for Marshank, we can grab the Citadel now. Castle is also allowed. We can really crank our mighty Gorgon production. Let's have Henrietta deal with these wyverns. And yeah, she's properly attired. We don't need to pursue them because we're max level. So, bye. Easy. Oren grabs this. We've already still got possession of these resources. Let's grab the Mystical Garden. We'll grab this lumber. And now it's your turn, Dagdara. Let's see how tough you truly are. Probably quite. Yes. You do have decent power. Oh, you're one of those silly... He's got stupid armor, doesn't he? What's going on here? Well, that's just Nyx. So I think that's all that is. Let's slow him. We'll see what he does. We might have to beat him next video. So far, he's not done anything. Promising start. Maybe he's just mid-tier, I think. Oh, he might be resurrecting everything. I bet that's his problem, isn't it? Because he's Alamar. I bet that's his thing. So, like, unless you insta-gib everything, it doesn't count. Is that going to be one of those? Still no spellcasting. Have I just been panicking for nothing? Could just be a very simple positioning game. There is the resurrection. Okay. Yeah, okay. That's gonna be tricky then. Like, is it a blind battle? Or a hypnotized battle? Or is it an ammo cart battle? Is that what it is? Until he runs out of mana. That doesn't seem right. Alright, well, we're gonna have to try something else for this guy. So, let's load our little battle save, shall we? So that battle's not going to work. I bet I can't use this quest card either. Yeah. You need to kill this guy first. Fair. Honestly, very fair. If I just leave, is he going to even attack me? Probably not. No, he doesn't care. Because he probably thinks he's not strong enough until you actually get into the combat. It's like, oh, you've got resurrection. So, well, we're going to call it there. Thank you for watching, guys. When we come back next time, more Heroes of Might and Magic 3.